Somehow I knew the day will come. Hang on. I was on my way to the lunchbox to my boyfriend. Sent something work fence. Chief prosecutor was holding the knife, then she thrusted it towards the pointy chest. In her right hand. Right hand. No. Don't want that. One to the court record. Oh. Bring this up. Parking floor plans. She said it was right-handed.
And she's
left. But then again, you can close the boot of a. Wasn't Lana wearing a bandage on her hand or something?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what hand that was. The moment. Oh, that's the contradiction.
What?
The moment of the crime, as photographed by Angel Starr, the chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
So do we present it? Or do we have to be prompted?
Well, no, it won't be prompted. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Okay.
And the photo doesn't have her holding the knife.
Oh, okay.
And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Every time I hear it makes me laugh. Fuck me, I'm gonna have to do a counter. If the editor hasn't already done one. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection?
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing.
Was not taken the moment before the stabbing.
Oh. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Yeah, even we saw the blood splatter.
Okay.
Actually, I think Lana was wearing the coat of Goodman. Or was that her coat?
Possibly.
Huh?
But if she cut her hand, couldn't the blood... Oh, maybe not.
No. That does look like Goodman's coat. Because... Anyway, see the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? No, because it's a black and white picture. Yeah, there we go. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright.
Oh, sorry.
I see no problem here.
No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
I've been taking this abuse for the last couple of months. I got a better idea.
Objection?
You got a better... do you have a better idea? I don't think we can eject. Let me look. She's not holding the knife. Hmm. So it's over here, so she could... Wait, I think that's the truck there.
Yeah.
So she'll be looking this way. Crap, I don't think we actually have anything. Now that you mention it, I see no problem here. Other than myself.
Mr. Wright, you can't just let him walk over you. That's just sad.
Feeling sad, Mr. Wright. Perhaps a bittersweet first love lunchbox is in order. You know, if it wasn't because of the actual text box here, we could have actually seen what the lunchbox was.
Yep.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Yep.
Let's continue with the testimony. Perhaps I should dug a little deeper.
Did we miss getting something?
Feel like we are.
I know Gumshoe said we should go talk to Edgeworth. Did we not go back and talk to him? We've gone back and talked to him? Because maybe he would have known what that piece of paper was.
What piece of paper?
The 6 to 7S.
No, that was found in the trunk of the car.
But
We couldn't go, and even then, once we finished talking to Marshall, we got sent here. Sorting a knife from the right hand. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna present this again, and we'll see what happens if we eject this time, because I felt like if we picked the wrong thing, we would have been penalized.
Yeah.
Can you witness this? You saw? I swear I'm right. Yep. Yeah, we'll try objection this time. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Really confused as to how. Namely that she took the picture picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunches, you order second. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold calculating like a robot. Who reminds me of someone in this very room. Looks over at Edgeworth. Hey, now I'm not a robot anymore. I can actually feel feelings now. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves, made of thin rubber most likely. Why would she have those on?
Huh.
It was not permitted.
Premeditated.
If it was not premeditated, why would she be wearing those gloves?
What? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Okay. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested.
And we didn't get that.
They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It was the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the Forceman Star. This is bad. She got them thinking that this was planned. Well, hang on. It couldn't have been planned. Because she didn't have she got the knife out of the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
If it was pre-planned, she would have brought a knife herself.
Unless she knew Edgeworth had a knife in there.
Unless the only way she would have known is that she's seen the inside of the trunk and saw inside of his tool bag. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Yeah, it was the knife.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless.
We've already been through this. This is what she says at the end of the thing.
Well, what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister...
No. We've already read this. Yeah, the murder weapon usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood, no fingerprints. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it's my knife.
A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are the prosecutors bad people?
Why would you bring your child to this?
Poor. Nothing good on TV. Steel Samurai's been cancelled. No one likes Pink Princess. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness prove an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Yeah. Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan murder, you don't forget the weapon. Woo! Order. Great. Now the tide's turning in my favor. In our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Fuck.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Fuck you. What?
A la mode, bitch. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Although over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant Lana Skye murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing that the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else.
Sadly, he does have a point there. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear her testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated, thank you. Really now? I'm doing a lot of talking. I've voiced 3 characters here.
Yeah, normally it's my ass voicing 3 characters. How do you like it?
Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she's called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound like a lot of premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
No, you're planning to kill the pizza.
Yep.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Again.
But wasn't he only stabbed once? Or,
I believe he was.
or doesn't it say? I don't know. I think it just says he...
One knife wound.
Oh.
So
is that how we get her now, is it?
Yeah, but again, for all we could know, she could have plunged the knife wound into the knife into the same wound twice. But we'll present it when we get there.
Even if you plunge the knife into the same wound, it'll actually show multiple different...
Yeah, I know what you mean, but we'll just see what happens. You said that, but you know you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said were a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again, rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of an oven half-baked. Something half-baked here right into you.
Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for herself. That's why she called... I don't need to read that, thank God. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Miss Edgeworth, thoughts?
There is no record of a call made on the defendant Miss Lana Sky's phone.
She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried a public phone first at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. He did, he was doing evidence transfer.
Yeah.
Witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? Are you saying that every person has a lunchbox filled with pretzels? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors.
The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. What is your basis for this thinking?
It is simple. Plunge the knife in again and again and again. I kind of want to question this, then we'll go back and see what happens. A human machine? That's a contradiction.
Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth smells like citrus fruit.
Size smells like citrus fruit.
Oh, okay, size.
You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chopped into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed's done? How come she gets mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
The star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looks when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest is a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? No, it's the wick. I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Okay, so yeah. Oh. Damn it. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's the autopsy report. You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my must surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! Right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one's noticed. Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. He has like 3 up there now. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Blood splattered from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw. Then tell us what you saw that you thought you saw was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the scene was. I'm sorry, hang on. She isn't wearing one.
The fuck?
Muffler, the scarf.
Muffler? She's talking about the little thing on her breast. That thing.
She was
I think that's what she was talking about.
She's talking about the scarf. The red scarf that she was wearing around her neck.
No. I thought she was talking about because she said... Oh, anyway.
Anyway, just let me press for a second just to double check. A red muffler. Yes, like a...
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can easily hang at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't that odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard. For what? For a bib?
It's the weirdest looking bib.
Uh,
I think he's having crab legs or something, jeez.
A judge with a beard? A bib? That's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the
autopsy report is clear on this matter. There's only one knife wound.
Apparently, Miss Scar isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Scar has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looks when we meet her. Oh. It's the same thing again. Give me a sec.
Oh, she wasn't wearing it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I didn't even read that.
He said, Miss Star, demand a what's the word? An explanation.
Right.
Clearly, the witness is not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself. With this photograph, sorry.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly careless.